MMA Rants and Raves, UFC 115, Mirko Cro versus Pat Barry. Guys, this was an insane fight. If you haven't watched it yet, stop this video, watch the fight, and come back for the recap. Alright guys, let's recap the fight. Beginning of the fight, both fighters are looking to get inside. And basically, these guys are strikers, so you know what they're looking to do. Then about 4:28, Barry lands this brutal right hand, knocks the cop down, decks him. But the cop gets right back up again. So they continue fighting. And then you see Barry landing really good leg kicks. He's crisp. They're landing hard in different directions. The guy has good footwork. He's quicker. He's more fluid than the cop first round. So it seems like he's really in control of this fight. Then at about 2:05, Barry lands another devastating right, which decks the cop again. But this time it was more serious, guys. You see the cop's left eye starting to swell up, and his cheek starts to swell up, and it looks like he was really in trouble. Then at about 57, the cop tries to grapple with Barry, get inside and grapple with him, and it seems like they were falling down and Barry was going to fall on top, but then the cop does this spin and mounts Barry. And then when he mounts him shortly after, he tries to get in this guillotine, and he was trying to choke out Barry, couldn't quite get it connected. They just both get up at the end of the round. So basically you give this round to Barry. He did most of the damage, possibly nearly ended the fight. Going on to the second round, you see Cro starting to move better. He comes out more aggressive. And then at 2:29, when they get away from the cage again, Barry throws this left kick that sails over Crocop's head, and then he trips. And then Crocop smells blood. And then he gets Barry, attempts a guillotine at 2:13. And then at 1:18, he gets the full mount. Couldn't get the guillotine in. Then he gets a full mount. And then Barry was in trouble. This guy's not known for his ground game. So basically, he gets full mount, does some ground and pound, and then he attempts a rear naked. You could just see the cop almost has it locked in. Barry seems to be fending it off, so he was good with his guard, and he knew what he had to do. And then he was saved by the clock, because he just couldn't get the cop off of him. He had his back, and that was it. Really interesting of Crocop's game. I mean, people are saying it, and you got to believe it. This guy's ground game is very underrated. You know, I even saw it in the last fight with Parash. He holds submission wins against Kevin Randleman, and he also is able to mount other fighters. Even in the Congo fight, which was a close fight, he won that first round against Congo and mounted him. He also mounted Josh Barnett, so this guy has ground game, you know, and it seems like he was looking to exploit a weakness that Barry had. So basically, the second round has to go to the cop, because he got those mounts, he got the takedowns. The striking was almost basically even. Second round, the cop. Third round, the cop continues his aggression. 4:28, he throws this axe kick. I mean, I agree, that was totally old school what the announcers were saying. That was really fun to watch, and that landed. You know, this guy is such an incredibly talented kickboxer. I mean, he just throws all kinds of kicks from different angles. Left high kick, right high kicks, heel kicks, side kicks, and now an axe kick. I mean, really, really good. They're crisp, they're accurate. It's just fun to watch this guy. So basically, about 3:42, the cop misses a kick, and then he falls. But basically gets back up, and then later in the round, about 1:50, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? The cop doing some classic textbook Randy the Natural Couture. He's got Barry pressed against the cage. Roman Greco from the cop. A pure kickboxer, striker, and doing some Roman Greco. Dirty boxing, classic textbook Randy the Natural Couture, throwing the knees, trying to wear out Barry, and very effective, guys. That is how you wear an opponent out. You press him up against the cage and basically throw the dirty boxing, just blow the guy's cardio out, and Barry was getting tired, and the cop was full of energy. He had tons of energy. He looked like he just started the fight. So I saw right there that this guy Barry's in trouble. So basically what happens is eventually, and I don't agree with it, the ref separates them. And then at about 112, the cop attacks again, throws some brutal combinations. You see Barry backpedaling, goes up against the cage, and then the cop continues the assault, has him down, throws some brutal elbows, and then he has him in a headlock. He starts throwing a bunch of punches, and Barry, what a tough kid. I mean, he just wouldn't give up. And even the cop looked up at the ref, are you going to stop this fight? And he just kept on throwing the assault. It was getting even more vicious. And then he did what he had to do, what a good ground fighter does. You soften the guy up so you can get that submission on. He tried to get it on before, but Barry was too strong. So what you do is you soften the guy up. The punches softened him up, for which what came next, which was the rear naked choke. He got it on with 35 seconds left. Talk about clutch. This guy was down in the fight, comes back. He does it with a ground game. He's got that arm under the neck, and basically there were just seconds left in that round, and then Barry taps out. And Cro Cop is victorious in this fight. Now I got something to tell all you guys out there, and I'm talking about you goofs. You goofs, and you know who you are. The ones saying that pride fighters can't cut it in the UFC. The ones that are saying that he's a ring fighter and he's not a cage fighter. The ones that are saying that, oh yeah, all the good pride days are behind him and he can't cut it. Well, I got something to tell you goofs out there. The cop is back. I said it in my last prediction because I saw the fire. I saw the fury. Look out, UFC heavyweight division. The fire is back. The fury is back. And once again declaring the winner, the Striker. By rear naked choke submission, Mirko